I think I didn't throw some stuff overboard. I'm too highly weighted, I think. Crap!
That's what you get for underestimating the speediest galleon of the seas! Tried to give me a head start. I don't need no head start. I am the head start. What is going on again, Nerd Paraders? Thank you guys so much for coming back to hang out with us today. We're playing some more Atlas, and we're working on a project that I'm very happy to be working on. I feel like mine's my backup dancer who's joining with me here today. We're going to be doing some building on a galleon. In fact, our goal is to build the fastest and most deadly galleon in the sea. So if you were with us in the last episode, you noticed that we were out hunting mythical creatures and battling cyclopi and other types of things on the mythical island that appeared from out of the mists of the Atlas Triangle. But it was a little bit above our pay grade. We weren't quite ready for some of that stuff, and it gave us some ideas of what we should be doing and what we should be focusing on. Getting more treasure, getting more doubloons, getting more blueprints, and getting better gear so that we can do some of that stuff. Which has fueled the fires of my shipbuilding desires, and that's what we're going to do today. And we've got the start of our second galleon, which I'm really excited to welcome you guys here to the channel for the build. And without further ado, let's kick it off. I am Nick, this is Nerd Parade. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for coming to chill. We have the planks laid down. Every spot that can have a gun port has a gun port. If there's an option for a gun port, we put it there. We're using some of the planks that we have blueprints for. So a lot of our planks are journeymen that we got from flotsams and other things out there. So we really are putting all of our resources and best stuff, our best foot forward into this build, because it's going to be our war galleon. We're going to use our standard galleon that we already have for, do you want to say like transport or just our everyday galleoning needs?
Yes.
I feel like everyday galleoning needs is a pretty good way to define it. We are going to be using this guy specifically for two things. Booming shit and getting places really, really, really fast. Because I have six of these legendary speed sails. Our maximum sail velocity is 116%, and our sail turning effectiveness is 105. This is one of the blueprints that we managed to pick up. Mine has crafted them. They didn't come out with a super great crafting skill bonus, but it is what it is. We can only take us as far as our intelligence can go. But I'm going to try to snap this as far back as I can and just move them ever so forward. Can't put that too close. Okay, that's
yeah. Make sure you space them as close as possible.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to kind of go for, because I want to be able to get all six. Oh, I fell.
Bye.
I don't think I can get back up. Do I have stuff to build myself back up? I don't. I might need your help.
Need grapples?
I do. No, I got this. I have a grapple. I'm totally just screwing around, but I have a grapple to get out of here. Oh, well, that wasn't a very good throw. We're going to continue our build, I promise. Technical difficulties aside, we're going to continue to build. And we're coming up. Okay, technical difficulties aside, we made it back up, and we've got our next snap. Not here. Not there. Well, yeah, not there. Here. And we've got our last two. The fastest ship in the seas. The fastest ship possibly.
I got it easily with the grapple.
Did you? You're way more skilled than I am, that's all I can say. This last one doesn't really matter where it's placed, does it? Or should I still continue to try to snap it as closely as possible? What's your opinion on that?
Pretty as close to the back as possible, so I have room to build the front.
Done. Because it will snap all the way down. Yeah, we're good here. All right, now time to grapple out. And we're going to start building our ceilings. Our warboat is going to come along very well from... I'm not proud of my grapple skills right now. But it got me up nonetheless. All right, now to get into the real reason why you clicked on this video. You want to see the fastest ship in the sea and the most powerful war galleon that you can make, at least at the current point at the stage of the game. So we're going to get into that. Now, as the ship is described, this is a bare bones type of thing. It is meant for going quickly and blowing things all to hell. So we really don't have anything below deck, which works out pretty well for us because, as you can see from our weight in the top right-hand corner, we're not doing too bad. When you see what we've got going on, though, you will be quite impressed. So we have nothing below on the bottom two decks of the ship. Every gun port is filled with cannons. Every possible plank that could be a gun port is a gun port, but that's not really anything new. This is stuff that's kind of bread and butter when it comes to building galleons in Atlas. What is really going to be the most impressive thing is what I'm going to show you next. But if you're going for a war-style galleon, make sure you have every gun port full of your cannons. Obviously, you can only put down your normal cannons here in the below decks parts. You can't put large cannons down. We'll talk about large cannons as well when we get a little bit more into it. Anywho, this is kind of our design. It's rather simplistic, yet rather awesome. So we've got the, since it's a speed ship, we've got the wind resistance-less sloped ramps of looking oh so awesome. We've got, again, gun ports and cannons in every gun port. Here are 3 just standalone cannons, because why not? That's not the biggest thing that I need to show you. We also need to go over this just really quickly. Boop. Here's our ship resources chest. It's full of good stuff. There's a lot of weight in here. We're still good on the weight of the galleon overall. Things are looking pretty good. I actually myself spec'd into... I respect my character into full-on weight. We're playing on the Nerd Parade servers, so I can move a lot of stuff. Obviously, 10k weight you're not going to see on official servers. But on the Nerd Parade servers, where we have a slightly boosted weight, all of my 53 levels have been respec'd into here so I can move stuff around, and we can build this galleon. So I'm running around naked. Anyway, enough explanation of that. Ooh. I'm going to grab coins out of here because... you're firing stuff already. Because we need to hire some crew. We need to hire a whole hell of a lot of crew to man these cannons, to man this ship. And that's not part of where I want to go. This is something that I'm extraordinarily proud of. This sucker right here. Let me get on the captain's wheel or the helm, and we'll talk about it. So look at the ass. Yes, just look at it. The ass is completely covered in cannons. This is what makes this a war vessel. Now, the way you want to make this... And currently at this stage of the game as well, you can't make rear-facing cannons in gun ports. You just can't. It's not a thing yet. So you have to build deck-mounted cannons facing in your blind spots. Spots where you can't necessarily shoot if someone is in pursuit of you. So we have a ass load, no pun intended, of rear-mounted cannons, and we also have them facing in interesting directions. So our sides are not exactly weak. So we just have 3... cannons facing this way, just for a little extra firepower. No big deal. Of course, they're the regular cannons, so you can swivel, which I was talking about. You can go left to right. Not much, but you can. Left to right a little bit. This is a very important cannon. This guy is facing at an angle, and that's going to be your goal. Angles. They're going to be your friend. You want to face cannons in angles that you wouldn't normally be able to fire at on your ship. So you've got the left side and the right side, the front and the back. You're hitting like 4 cardinal directions. You need a little bit of firepower on your side if you're making some kind of turning maneuvers. That's going to be important. This is why we're making this the perfect war galleon. Speed and power together. And then we'll pump some sturdiness to make this thing a little bit beefy. We're not going to have to worry about pumping a hell of a lot of weight because this is it. This is the ship. It's relatively bare bones. We have mine on here. He's dancing on the wheel, and we're just going to get crew now. Anyway, more cannons, and then, which brings us back to the other part of the ship that I was talking about, not necessarily the rear, but the front. Now, you could place other things on the ship. It is getting super dark. Like, you can't place mortars. We tried. It won't let you do it at this current stage of the game. You can place ballista, though. I don't see ballista being that effective against other types of ships, but I do see ballista being effective against creatures. We've encountered a couple of creatures. We might toss a ballista or 2 up here, but I think the cannons overall offer more firepower in the long run. So this is a very simple design. 4 solid walls are holding this up with triangle ceilings, a couple of stairs to get up here, room for your crew, not much. We have 5 cannons facing at an angle. Let's K-mode it out since I'm super naked. Facing at an angle. So this is shooting slightly in a V pattern shape away from your galleon. This is important. Angles are going to be your friends. You want to make sure you can maintain some sort of fire any way that you happen to be turning in the heat of battle. This is a good thing. 1 dude. 1 mounted large cannon. It's at the very nose of our ship, and I'll show you why I don't like these cannons. So we showed you the swivel cannon, and by swivel I mean you can go left and right. The large cannons don't offer you that luxury. There was no left and right. There was only up and down. So unless you get super lucky that something is coming right at your line of fire, you've just wasted a whole hell of a lot of weight and or cannonball. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'd rather have 2 swivel cannons that can hit than 1 large cannon that might at some point. So we have 1 right at the nose, and that is it. That is it for your perfect war galleon. You're not going to need more than that. Even that one, you could get away with just having a swivel one and say, ah, screw it. We wanted to have 1 just because it's fancy and we had a nice journeyman blueprint for 122% damage. But we decided to go this way anyway. 5, again, facing at an angle. Angles are fun. Angles are important. You've got 4 cardinal directions that you're normally going to build on, but if you can get firepower going in any way, direction, shape, or form, it's going to be good for you. Mine has dropped us a couple of dinghy docks whenever we need to board enemy vessels or go ashore, which is very, very important. And all we need now is a plank to make some bitches walk off. But if you're not looking to go the galleon route, and you want something a little bit smaller, more maneuverable, something you can man by yourself, we've got you covered. In fact, that man mine has you covered because he has built Speed Demon. And this is a schooner, right? A schooner class vessel?
Yes.
Oh, sweet, sweet Caroline. So mine is going to do a little bit of talking about his design. This is totally built by him. No credit to me whatsoever. I'm just kind of showing this off. The War Galleon was kind of like my baby brainchild, something I was really working on. Did you put this on purpose here? What, ladders in every game just continue to F me in the A with the giganticest pirate rubber Ds that can ever happen? All right, that's it. 3rd time's the charm. Or 4th time's the charm.
On the side
No, I got it. I just had to turn, swivel, whatever. We're talking about war stuff. We're talking about blowing shit up. Your crew, your ship is fully crewed. And you have the exact same pattern that we're kind of talking about for the War Galleon. You are making, it's like pool. You're taking advantage of the angles. It's all about angles in naval combat. So your ship is fully crewed. How many cannons do you have on this puppy?
I have 1 crew on each one. How many crew do I have? Let's see.
It says that you have 29 total crew, minus 2, that's 27, so you got 27 cannons?
Plus 2 more, so.
Plus 2 more? Oh, and you got guys on your sails, too.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so I have 27, yep.
You got 27 cannons, and they're all facing... so you have your below deck cannons, which are your broadsides, and then all these guys are facing it like different type of flowered out angles. And it's
any angle I can hit, I circle the ships, pounding them. I've taken out like I think 20 or 30 ships so far with this one.
And we're talking like ships of the damned and stuff like that.
Yeah, all by itself.
That's awesome. And this guy's faster and more maneuverable than a galleon. You can do this solo. This is a solo boat. This is a solo crew. This is a solo ship sinker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome. And I like your design too. Now you've built the ramps upward. You've made yourself like one single platform. You've got your platform back here where you've got the helm's wheel, the helmsman's wheel. And then your below decks is right through here.
Yep.
It's a very, very efficient design. You are not bad on weight with a full crew and cannonballs. You've got a little bit of weight to go. How many levels have you actually put in weight on this guy?
I'm not sure. Only a couple.
I can check, actually. Yeah, you have 160 additional weight. That's basically nothing. All of your stuff is put in additional crew.
Yep. I had to because it's a big crew.
Because you need the big crew. This is awesome. This is really, really awesome. And this is what this episode is kind of focusing on. Now, we're taking a small bit of a break from our progression because we needed to do something like this. We didn't have the firepower under our belt to necessarily take on some of the mythical islands and the creatures over there. And there's no such thing as overkill in the Nerd Parade vocabulary, so that's what we're kind of going for here. We were brainstorming, we were thinking, hey, what kind of ridiculous ships can we build? We always try to outdo ourselves in any type of Nerd Parade episode, and every build has to be an extravagant one. It has to be awesome. Go big or go home, and with our ship builds, I think we really, really went big. Take advantage of all the angles of the dangles and blast ships into oblivion. All right, we're going to take this lady out for her maiden voyage. We're going to release the ship. I hope everything's assembled. Don't sink right off the bat. Woohoo! We didn't sink, and we have to name our galleon. I've got the perfect name for this sucker. I've had it picked out in my brain catalog for at least 10 Atlas-related days, and we're going to name this puppy The Sinking Feeling.
It's not the Re-2?
Nope, it's not the Re-2. It's not Re-2-D2. It's called The Sinking Feeling. Because The Sinking Feeling is going to be sinking all them bitches out there in the water. All them bitches going to the Davy Jones's locker. I'm going to fully open these sails here just so that we can get out of port. And I'll do what I can to angle them until we can get to Freeport to recruit. I took 438 something gold out of the little chest. That should be totally fine for the time being to recruit at bare minimum enough to control the sails and man as many cannons as we can until we get some levels. The wind's pretty favorable. Mine's taking the helm.
You can take it if you want.
Don't mind if I do. Let's get ourselves some crew. Our free port is right off to the side. We have 6 speed sails. This is the fastest ship ever, or the winds are pretty perfectly favorable for this. It's going to be much easier to control this when we have crew. We can't shift and hold the key to rotate it. But this guy is fast. This guy, I mean, just look at how quick he's going. This is a galleon. These don't really go that fast. 6 speed sails. This is the fastest that you could possibly get with this sucker. And I'm all about this. I want to have races. That's my new goal. I want to have races. I want to see who can outrun who. The fastest ships on the ocean. You fired the big one, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Turn?
No. We're going into that rock. We're bringing her in for a smooth landing. Last sail is open. Ship's going kind of slow now, but I think this is going to be a perfect lineup with the dock. We're going to recruit as many guys as we can. And Mine and I were discussing, with the latest talk about how quick the galleon is, we're going to attempt a race. Maybe in the next episode we'll do some explosions with the sinking feeling and the speed demon escorting each other. But for this one, we might have some sweet, sweet racing. All right, I think we can close that puppy up. Oh, you're already doing it. I'm going to pop off the helm. Let's see if we can drop anchor. That's not the right thing. Lower anchor. Let's get ourselves some crew and see what this baby can do. Oh, we also got a level up, which I'm going to apply directly into crew right away, but only level 2. We didn't sail that far. Thanks, Kurt Russell. I appreciate it. We've got a horde of crew behind us. Mine's trying to jump up and down to let me know that he's still there and he's still okay. But let's take him onto the boat. I should have him J-whistle to me. Oh yeah, incoming horde. I hope we have enough we have enough food to feed these mouths, but we definitely have enough gold. I went through about 200 gold recruiting these crew members, and we're just going to run them through and whistle them on everything that we can. I do want to do the after-the-fact change group whistle orders. That's always something that I don't think it's really necessary, but it is nice, especially for like your sales, to make sure that you group whistle order ignore, just so these guys don't accidentally J-whistle and then, yeah, you've got nothing to man your shit. I think that's a very important one. Let's get all these guys assigned, get this puppy back next to the speed demon, find some favorable winds, and see if we can't bring ourselves a horizon. And see who's fastest. All right, our race is on. We've got perfect wind conditions. We're super lined up. Speed Demon is right next to me, starting at the butt end of the galleon. He's been gracious enough to offer me a head start. Do you think we're going to need it? I don't know. But do you want to... Are you sure you want to do the head start? Do you think the Speed Demon is really going to just overtake the galleon with
I'll give you a 20-second head start.
20 seconds? That's huge.
Yep.
All right, well, we got to find some ships in the dam to try to sink anyway, so we could level this puppy up. But I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, full on, dropping the sails. Got perfect wind conditions for this. I'm pulling away from you. Pulling away.
Long.
How have you been counting the 20 seconds?
I am halfway there.
Okay. Later, bitch. I'm watching you. I'm gonna Titanic this bitch because I'm watching you.
I'm starting now.
Okay. Head start appreciated. I don't think you're gonna catch.
You'll see.
I don't think you're gonna catch. My galleon is the speediest galleon of the seas. Nobody can catch me's.
Get up to speed.
That's terrible. Oh, I got a level. Sweet. It's going right into crew. It's the... What is this? Is this the world's greatest race or whatever? The race around the world?
Yep.
You're not... I'm pulling away from you. You just...
Yeah, you're fast.
You vanished off my screen. Head start was a mistake.
I think I had to throw some stuff overboard. I'm too highly weighted, I think. Crap.
That's what you get for underestimating the speediest galleon of the seas. Tried to give me a head start. I don't need no head start. I am the head start. I'm the fastest mother effer that ever sailed these seas. Now, if we can only find some things to blow up. But that's going to do it for this episode today, guys. We remain the victor. The fastest galleon of the seas. 6 speedy sails. What was our cannon count? It was something like 80 or 90 cannons.
Yep.
It was ridiculous. We're going to need a bajillion levels in crew to man all of these guys, but this is our fastest vessel, the fastest war vessel that you've ever seen, and I've pulled away from mine's speed demon. He underestimated me for the last time. That's going to do it, like I said, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to drop a thumbs up on the video. Let me know that you like the stuff that way. If you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe to the page for some more cool videos just like this one. Or don't. Who the fuck cares? What do I know? Most importantly of all, remember to take care of yourselves out there. Stay awesome, and we'll catch you in the next Nerd Parade episode, where we sail the seas and blow shit to smithereens. Later.